Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming in with a force. Yeah. Work, 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 work. See me, I be work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. So me for that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, 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 line. In the curve, we murder, da, 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 da. Try me, I deserve it. Just a job, you lurking. Yeah. You make a back, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the right. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience. Yeah. Work, 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 work. See me, I be work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. So me for that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, 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 line. In the curve, we murder, da, 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 da. Try me, I deserve it. Just a job, you lurking. Yeah. You make a back, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the right. Nobody touched me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and today we are here. We are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac season 7. Ugh, I can't talk, y'all. I've been up all night. I ain't getting no sleep, and I'm home today. I'm off the 9 to 5 because my child is sick. But he feeling better, so y'all might hear him yelling throughout this video. But anyway, episode 5, the burn session. And I wore Robin's hat, number 1, because I'm having a bad hair day, and number 2, because I'm going to read her for filth in this video. Y'all, this episode made me so pissed to the highest level of pisstivity, okay? It's a whole bunch of BS going on with these chicks. I'm telling you, like the Three Stooges, between the Three Stooges, Giselle, Robin, and daggone Charisse, I see right through their BS. I see right through what you're trying to do. Robin, you're mad at Wendy for no reason. You're trying to create this beef with her because you're trying to get her off the show so you can bring Charisse, raggedy, boring, bad-bodied ass back. Don't nobody want Charisse on the show. I'm sorry. She doesn't have anything to bring to the show. Even as a friend, she's not showing us anything. Then you try to say, y'all, I'm stepping too far ahead. Let's start from the beginning, okay? Let's do that. Let's get into these comments. Delicia Dismuke says, hey, Shay, you are the best. I always enjoy your review. Oh, thank you so much. That makes me feel so good. I feel so bad. I look crazy sitting on this camera with y'all, but that's okay. You know, take me as I am. All right, take me as I am. Hi, chat. Hi, Shay. What's up, Tamika Baruco? I don't want to say name wrong, sis, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you. All right, y'all. So the episode starts out where Ashley goes to Candace's house after riding around talking about her separation, child, being all fake and whatnot, talking about Michael being in Vegas sowing his royal oats because now he ain't got to worry about you no more. And now whatever happens in Vegas don't have to stay in Vegas because he can do whatever he likes. Okay. You are no longer in visual view of the public, his wife, or it's happening where now he can do whatever he wants to do. So that's why he's not thinking about you. This separation announcement wasn't terrible for him. He didn't look at it as a bad thing. Michael looked at this like, you know what? Now I can dip my sausage into whoever I like and whatever type or whatever hole I want to put it in and spread my venom galore because now it doesn't matter. Okay. We are now separated and I can dick dive into whatever booty hole, pee hole, mouth hole, whatever I want. And I don't have to worry about Ashley anymore because now it's in the public. I can do whatever I want, okay? This is a good thing for Michael. And Ashley is over here breaking down. You know, she's all upset. Then she goes in here and talks to Candace about this blog and somebody putting it out there. First of all, am I wrong for thinking? Now, let me tell you, I love me some Monique Samuels. I do. I wonder if maybe she told Monique and Monique put it out there. And that's why Ashley put Monique's stuff out there recently about their separation. I wonder. Just a thought, just a little thought. Okay, maybe she said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put Monique's stuff out there because I think she told the blogs that I'm getting separated from Michael. And but you know what? At this point, that's just a thought, y'all. That ain't. I don't know if it's true. That's alleged. Let me go ahead and put the banner up, child. Because listen, I don't be playing with the peoples. I don't play with the peoples. That's just my thoughts. I don't think honestly Monique would do anything like that. But that's who knows? Maybe Ashley's been asking for it and she decided, you know what, I'm going to put your little business out there and I want you to get a divorce because whoever put this out there to the blogs, I think they wanted to hurry Ashley along because Ashley has been playing like she's going to divorce Michael for the entire what's this, the fifth episode. She's been playing like she's going to divorce Michael this entire time this show has come back for season 7, and it's not giving that she really wants to divorce Michael. The problem with Ashley is Ashley doesn't want to lose the benefits of Michael. Okay, but she doesn't want to do what it takes to be with Michael. Michael has already made it very clear what he wants to do. He wants to have menage a trois, menage a quadruples, whatever. He wants to live the best, the end of times because he's old as sin. So he wants to use his Viagra to his, advantage and live the best of his life while he, isn't suffering from, I guess, getting it up. Okay, moving on. So she says she wants to talk to Michael about the announcement, but he said he needs 24 hours. Girl, he needs 24 hours of not listening to your mouth so that he can have his mouth on somebody else and vice versa. Okay. So they discussed Giselle and her foolishness with Candace and this whole trumped up story that she has going on with Chris. And Candace says Chris doesn't want to be around because of Giselle's shenanigans. And Ashley says Giselle knows all my secrets. First of all, Ashley, why, pray tell, would you tell this lady anything? That's how you know Ashley just don't give a damn. Because for you to just be welcoming her with open arms into your private life, you've seen what she does to everybody else. So that lets me know Ashley don't give a damn. Ashley gonna do whatever Ashley want to do. And Ashley don't care when nobody think about her. And she just be out here busting it wide open and don't tell them bring it back as much as she want to. And she don't care who cares. Because you have to not give a damn if you're telling Giselle anything private about you. Because I wouldn't tell her who shot John and shot the sheriff. Okay, moving on. So then she told Ashley, Candace told Ashley that Giselle revealed to her that Ashley was dealing with some hockey player. And Ashley laughs in agreement and kind of like rolls on the ground with embarrassment or whatever, like, oh my God, she told you. But not really like, oh my God, I'm mad that she told you. But like, yeah, girl, I was dealing with him and so on and so forth. I guess she was even meeting up with him at the restaurant and whatnot. I'm like, well, that's very disrespectful. You gonna take him to the restaurant that you and Michael own together? Was that your pickup spot, ma'am? Oh, okay, whatever. So then they talk about Karen's secrets and how people have seen her out on dates and she thinks people don't know. And Candace says Ashley needs to go out on dates because Michael is probably out doing his own thing already, which we already know that. I mean, Candace ain't had to tell her that because Sisha already know. Michael, he ain't have to wait for no announcement. Michael was going to do whatever the heck he wants to do whenever the heck he wants to do it. And he don't care if Ashley is in the room or out of the room. Mind you, for you to get up, let me tell you something. And this just not to promote cheating in any way. But if I'm a man and I'm going to be cheating on my wife or out here doing craziness, I'm going to do the T.I. approach. Okay, allegedly, people said that when T.I. was cheating on Tiny, he was taking phones. You ain't about to take no pictures of me. You ain't about to have no evidence of what the heck is about to go down up in here. Okay, this is the age of social media. These tricks is out here to get a trade. Okay, they're gonna take a picture of your tail. They're gonna have some evidence because the buck don't stop here. I know that it's cheaper to keep her, but I want to get some of that money too. So I'm going to take a picture of you and I'm going to hold it for ransom. because I don't want your D. I want your money. Your money. That's what I want. So I'm going to take a picture of you, just like the bimbo did in the hotel room with Michael when she took a picture of the back of his sagging butt in the hotel room and used that and put it out to the blogs. And if you don't think that he didn't try to pay her off before that, you got another thing coming. Or maybe he didn't care if she put it out there because he don't care about cheating on Ashley. Ashley knows what it do. It is what it is, okay? And then about her and the damn hockey player, I'm like, girl, okay, so you and Michael just be out here cheating on each other. That's what that is. Okay. I just say y'all had an open relationship, and if that was the case, then why you divorcing him? Because you could have just let him be out here doing and frolicking in the land of Galilee with his D, and you could have been doing whatever you want to do and keep the money. I guess you just don't want to do what you want to do with him anymore. That's another story. But moving on. So G and Mia are sitting outside having dinner with the kids, and they talk about their latest center opening up. I think this is the one in DC that she wanted to open up. But child, quiet as it's kept, Mia ain't running none of the damn centers now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the family done took that away from her. So this looked like this about to be her only check. So she might want to be getting in the mix with the ladies on this season because Mia, you might be disposable if this Candace and Chris story don't work after about a couple more episodes. They probably gonna realize Candace ain't taking the bait. So then they gonna come sliding down the make it up Mia road and come after you. Okay, I'm just letting you know because they gunning for somebody to get them off this show so that they can get Sharice back on the show. And I don't know why Sharice would trust the light-skinned fools anyway, because Giselle was talking about her and some fireman and trying to trash her when she was on the show. The only person that's really interested in Sharice seems like is Robin. So I feel like Robin probably told Giselle, do me a solid and help me get Sharice back on the show because that's my girl. We need to have another person in our corner because the way you be going after people's marriages, we ain't gonna have no allies but outside of each other. So we need to get her back on the show and we're gonna have to stick together, not together apart. Okay. And that's how I feel this is going forward. Okay. So talks about Mia talks about opening up the newest center. She says she doesn't want to open up another for a while. And G asks about her health. Mind you, the way that G asked about her health, that's not the way a husband that knows their wife typically. He seems very questionary, okay? Because I think, and this is just my opinion, read down the bottom. That's just my opinion. I feel like G knows that his wife be lying. Genghis, if you will. The lies. They are very overflowing with Miss Make It Up Mia. That's what we affectionately call her over here on Shay Renee Online. Make It Up Mia is always making things up. Okay. And I think G knows. So the way that he asked her about her health was very like, am I supposed to go along with this? Or are you now going to start telling the truth that there's nothing wrong with you? Okay. So that's the way he kind of asked in more of a questionary way, not more of a concerned, I'm your husband, I should already know what's going on type of way. So Mia concludes that she doesn't have cancer and she'll be having surgery to have the lumps in her booty removed. Okay. Sounds like a botched job for surgery for me. And it's the silicone must have clumped up in your butt and now it's time to take it out. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know. But who am I? I'm not a doctor. Whatever. Get the clumps removed, girl, and go on with your life. So she says she's going to be going to Miami and I guess she's gonna be taking the girls there. And she talks about when she previously lived there with her adoptive parents and she has roots there. So then she says her and G had a rendezvous there, her and Jacqueline, before she was married, before Mia and G were married. They went down there to Miami on a trip. And G pops up and they ended up screwing on the beach and people were watching and she liked them watching. I'm going to stop you right here, Mia, G, and Bravo. Yuck. I say yuck. I say, I don't want to hear about you hopping on G's sausage on a beach. Okay? It's G for gross. That's what it is. I don't give a good goddamn about y'all screwing on the beach, ma'am. And you are admittedly so saying that you did this with a married man. And for him to go all the way to Miami to get into those cakes, wow. I bet you he regrets that. I don't know who he was married to before, but something must not have been right for him to be skedaddling all the way down to the likes of Miami to find you. Okay, moving on. So Giselle takes the girls to the nail salon. Mind you, the best thing about Giselle is her daughters. Her daughters are going to tell her the truth. They read her for filth, and she never has a response. And I love it. I love it. Okay. Giselle is sitting there getting her feet done, and the towel is right there that they, are going to use to dry and toggle which feet. She picks up the towel before they do anything with her feet with it and wipes her face with it. And the girls are like, gross. You don't know where that towel has been and you are putting it in your face. Are you crazy? Like, that's how they looked at her. And Giselle starts laughing like, whoops, faux pas on my end. So then the girls, after they call her nasty and disgusting-fied, they discuss their sweet 16 party she's throwing for the girls. So Giselle discusses wanting to do a speech, and they talk about how Jamal, if he gives a speech, he gonna give the preacher voice, which y'all already know that's exactly what Jamal gonna do. And she says that he's going to spell out their names and say, oh, A is for so-and-so and this and that and the third. And I'm like, Lord, that's definitely a speech I would want to miss. Okay. Let's get into the comments. Sorry, y'all. My son must have gave me his cough. Tamika says, yes, I agree. I should have pulled your comment faster so I can know what you agree with, sis. Good point. Yes, gross. Yeah, I would not be putting them towels in my face because you don't know where them towels been. All right, moving on. So Giselle discusses her and Jamal's co-parenting situation and how they really get along, and how she hopes that Ashley and y'all, my throat. Ashley and Michael can do the same thing. Okay. So Robin goes to see an attorney named Marla to talk about the prenup. And she tells the lawyer her and Juan's story. So she basically is worried about Juan cheating and doing all these different things. And, she doesn't want the marriage to end up the way that it did before. But she does reveal to the lawyer that the last time they got a divorce, she's basically remarrying the same dude. But the reason why the last time they got a divorce, it didn't matter that they had a prenup, even though they had one in place, because they were flat broke anyway. So it wasn't really anything to have any contention over financially at the end. But because she has all these businesses now, and she just doesn't want that stuff to be involved in the whole situation, because in the event of infidelity, she wants a clause for that, and she wants everything to be pretty much laid out before they end up in that situation again, if they do. So the lawyer says she thinks this is a good idea because, it's always good to talk about this stuff while you guys are getting along before it actually gets to the point where you guys now hate each other and you're talking about a divorce, because divorce is never easy, period. But by the same token, you want everybody to be on the same page before the demise happens, if it does. Okay. So anyway, moving on. Robin, okay, you don't want him to snatch your little coins, okay? You better keep on selling them hats, and you better keep on trying to drum up whatever drama you're trying to drum up on this show, because eventually your little champagne flute gonna be gone too. And while you're trying to get Sharice back on here, she gonna have her champagne flute back, and it's gonna be yours while you're trying to take it from somebody else, and she gonna prop it up right nicely in her wine room in her house. I'm just saying. So moving on. Karen meets with Ashley and Wendy, and they go flower picking. I think they're picking tulips or whatever the case may be. And Ashley talks about Michael's vasectomy and acts like she doesn't care. Girl, First of all, in the last episode, you was just talking about how upset you are that he was getting a vasectomy because it just seems so final that y'all won't have any more children. Y'all ain't supposed to be screwing anyway. So it's definitely final that you guys won't have any children because y'all are getting a divorce, ma'am. Do you want to divorce this man or not? It's giving foolishness and a lot of it. Like, you on this TV playing in our faces. Like, I feel like Ashley don't have nothing going on and she wants it to stop being about Michael cheating and whatnot. Thank you, husband. Y'all, he snuck me some water on the side. She doesn't want it to be about Michael cheating anymore or Michael being out here embarrassing her. So I think this whole separation thing is just to cut back on the embarrassment for her. I'm sorry, that's what I think it is. I don't think she really wants to leave Michael. Ashley is lazy. Ashley is a pillow princess, okay? She did all the freaky deaky things to get with this man, but now that she has children, she holier than thou, and she don't want to do it no more. She want to be normal. So that's just what it is. That's just what it is, okay? Yes, which one? Absolutely. Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to get divorced or not? Like, seriously. And I think we all tired of it, okay? So moving on, Wendy arrives and she says that she saw the announcement about Michael and Ashley getting a divorce. And so Ashley says she doesn't know who leaked it, but she wasn't ready to talk about it. You weren't ready to talk about it because you really don't want to get a divorce. That's what this is all about. And I'm just like, y'all, I'm over Ashley and her BS, okay? So they're trying to pick flowers and pull the bulb and all this, that, and the third. And Ashley says Wendy can plant the flowers at her house because she has enough space. Talking about, alluding to Wendy's home being really nice and huge. And Wendy says she would be it would be nice to be able to plant flowers, but she has a pool that she's building in the back and Cameron has allergies. So she's trying to make sure that all of the construction is done before they start doing anything additional about planting any flowers or anything. So Karen says, speaking of the kids, she was sad that she didn't see Wendy and the kids at Robin's event. And Wendy says it was wrong for Robin to reach out to Candace to bring her kids to the event. She says at first she was hurt, but she understands sometimes she can be condescending. Here's where I'm going to say this. Wendy, yes, you can be condescending, but that don't have nothing to do with Robin being a ratchet, narrow-minded, selfish, arrogant fool. Why on earth do you think that I would send my cubs with somebody else to your party and you don't fuck with me? Have you lost your rabbit ass mind? There is no way that Robin wouldn't send her children. Robin, send your kids with Karen without you. Go ahead. Send your kids with Karen to an event without you, to somebody's event that you don't like. What type of sense does that make? That's how dumb it is for you talking about, yeah, you can send them with Auntie Candace. She knew that shit didn't make no sense when she asked her to do that. You didn't want Wendy there. And Wendy made a good point. She said, why didn't she just ask? I would have liked it better if she had have asked Eddie to, bring the kids if you were so concerned about me not being there. Let me tell you something. My son is 6 years old. I don't care if he's 18 years old, okay? I'm not sending my kid to an event that I don't fool with or don't fool with me is having. You have lost every marble that you have left inside of your brain. If you really thought, you thought what's going on here. Like, Robin, you full of all the SHI that is offered on this show. You really are. Because you know good and goddamn well that didn't make no sense what you was doing. You were being petty to the highest level of pettiness. And for you to do it with children, you gotta be real low and have nothing else to talk about. Because Wendy already revealed on the Carlos King interview that she did that y'all was butt buddies before this season started. So this is all a storyline. We done already got the scoop of dupe on you. A whole scoop of vanilla and chocolate. You are trying to cause an issue with Mia because you got a storyline of stewing. And I see right through it. You sacrificing your relationship with Mia because you want Sharice back on the show. It's so daggone evident that it's so clear. You got Sharice on the phone, even at the daggone. We're gonna get to that, y'all. But girl, Robin full of crap. She is full of crap. So this is where Wendy starts talking about having this burn session. She wants to have a burn session where they can pretty much come and talk about all the issues, get it all out, and try to move on. Okay. So she says that she's going to text everybody and invite them. Okay. So Ashley says that she thinks Wendy should send Giselle and Robin a message separately. And I say to that, Ashley, you can take your lips and take them separately and kiss my ass. That's what you can do. Because what I'm not going to do is make a special message for what? What do these bitches offer me where I got to kiss their ass? You got the game fucked up. You, especially where it comes to me, because what I don't do is follow nobody. Okay? I don't play follow the leader in any aspect, in any shape, form, or fashion. Okay? Because they are not nobody's leader. And if you've decided to choose them as your big sister almighties, that's your problem, not me. I don't follow the crowd. Okay? So the goal of you to tell me that I need to send them a separate text message. I can send them a separate fuck you. That's what I can do. I'll type that up right the fuck now. Fuck you, Giselle and Robin. Sincerely, Wendy with the 4 degrees. You can kiss my ass. That's what you can do. Okay? You got the game all the way fucked up. Ain't no way. Y'all, not tried to minimize the curse words, but this is she really tried it. Send them a separate message. And Ashley was laughing when she said that. This is all, listen, Ashley is producing the heck out of herself for this show. She really is. Because I don't think she believes half the bullshit that she be saying. And that's the honest truth from coming from me. Okay? So moving on, Wendy says, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And they were the ones being rude about my kids in the beginning. So I'm good on making special concessions for them. Like, what? Yikes, Ashley, yikes. You tried it. Okay. So moving on, Candace, her sister Crystal, and Chris are sitting down for wine time. And Crystal says, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on the drinks because I had enough drinks and I'm recovering from a headache. So this is a self-care day for me. But I'll get you guys some wine. You know, y'all cute or whatever. Let me go grab the glasses and I'll get it for you. So she brings them some wine and they're sitting down talking. And Candace talks about how Trina is going to be featured on one of her songs. And she's actually going to be in the video. So her sister Crystal is like, who Trina? I'm sorry. I don't know this man. That's what she said. She don't know Trina. She was like, if it's not Beyonce, I don't know who it is. I was like, wow. Crystal, you're very young. But you know what? Maybe everybody don't know the baddest B. Everybody don't know Trina. I guess it is what it is. But moving on. So she says that she wants to keep the album alive longer. So in order to do that, you make it a deluxe, and Trina will be featured on the deluxe version of the album. Okay. So Candace talks about Wendy's invite she reads Wendy's invite to the burn session. And Candace says this is a burn each other edges session in her confessional, not no damn burn session, because we ain't gonna get through nothing. These bras ain't gonna admit to a damn thing. So Chris leaves. He says, listen, this sounds like something I'm gonna go ahead and head on out because I don't give a damn about. So yeah, y'all two go ahead and talk about that. So Candace and her sister are talking, and Candace says that she wants Ashley to be happy now that her divorce is out there, because Candace talks about how Ashley had came over, they had a good time, they were talking about the divorce and how she just wants Ashley to be able to get out there, frolic in the land of Galilee, and be a ho-ho if she wants to. Okay. So moving on, Wendy is in the car with Ashley on the way to the burn session. And she talks about her kidney stones and how they're almost as painful as childbirth. I'm like, girl, ooh, I don't wish that on nobody. Because as a person that's had a baby only one time, that is the worst pain I ever felt in my life. And if this is close and this is something that you experience often, that's a problem. And I would be willing to do whatever it takes to get rid of that pain, because, oh, no, ma'am, Pam. Sis don't like no pain. Not today, not never. Okay. And, she's talking about all this stuff that she's doing. She got all these jobs, if you will. I'm like, one of these jobs will have to go. Why are you working so much? For why? Do you have some tax bracket you're trying to reach? if your kids are happy, your home is solid, and you can pay your mortgage, and do the things that you like to do in life. I think people live in an overabundance in their mind and in the physicality of life. I think that people see what other people are doing, and we all have this keep up with the Joneses. I gotta do better than you, or I gotta look a certain way because people that live in this neighborhood or people that are on this show should be doing this and we should be doing that. I don't give a damn about what nobody else is doing. Let me make this very clear. I have a very humble home. I have a very humble job, okay? Well, my job is pretty cool. But I do this for fun. I have a great time on here. I don't give a damn what nobody think about me cuz my life is fulfilled doing whatever I want to do. I'm not going to be adding on different things to my life because I'm trying to make somebody else see that I'm successful or show people that I got money or I'm living my best life. You're not living your best life if you're working all day. And that's what Wendy has to realize. She's constantly, I don't know if she's trying to be like her mother or whatever, but it looked like her mama's single. I don't think her mother is even married. So you might want to rethink your life choices. But moving on, I'm like, Wendy, you got the stones, you're losing your hair, child. Like one of these jobs would have to go because seriously, this too much. So she talks about all her jobs and everything she has on her plate. And she says it's called the kidney stones are caused by a lack of drinking water, but she doesn't want to have to pee all the time with all the work she's doing. What? Um, Wendy, even if you didn't have stones, I'm gonna need you to drink some water, baby girl, because not drinking water is also called a UTI. Yeah. Yeah. We have to flush our systems, especially as women. You got to drink water, okay? And then, as a healthy piece of information, everybody should be drinking at least half their body weight in ounces in water, okay? So, okay, I'm gonna do a little math lesson with you. If you weigh 160 pounds, you should be drinking 80 ounces of water a day. Okay? Yeah. That's how you keep your system flush, keep your immune system percolating and gyrating the way it should. Okay? Add you some vegetables and fruits in there. Minimize the dairy, especially if you ain't drinking no damn water, sis. But you got to drink your water. I hate to see what your pee smell like. I know it stank. You got to drink some water, sis. That ain't I don't like that. I don't like when people be saying they ain't drinking no damn water, child. That is unhealthy. Okay, you need to drink some water. All right, moving on. Drink some water. All right. Ashley said it's hard to stop drinking, period, because Wendy asked Ashley if she's even a wine drinker because they're going to a vineyard. And Ashley said, yes, it's hard to stop drinking with all that's going on, with Michael and everything in this separation. And Wendy says, at least you acknowledge that, it's hard to stop. And then Ashley says, well, you have to give yourself grace. And I hope that you are understanding of that too. And Wendy says, being booked and busy is what people push. And she wants to try to lower her stress and workload, but it's hard. And she even talks about 2 days ago, her mom going to the hospital for a routine checkup. And her levels were so high that they had to admit her into the hospital. And it's because she has such a high level of stress for all the things that she's doing. So it seems like her mother is kind of like coaching her daughters into a life of abundance. And it's like, what are you really trying to obtain? And Wendy is like, I'm a mama's girl. So, it really hurt me close to the heart that she's getting admitted into the hospital because she has so much going on. And I can't help but to think that possibly I'm doing the same thing to myself. And, possibly I could be next if I don't stop doing all this stuff. So I'm like, Wendy, yeah, it ain't worth it. Like all this sleep, I'll work now and sleep later stuff when I'm dead. Those people are stupid. I don't listen to people like that. I'm going to work just enough and I'm going to sleep long enough as much as I want. Okay. Moving on. So Wendy is in the car with Ashley on their way in a separate car. I guess they took an Uber or they have a driver taking them to the vineyard. And then Wendy gets a Y'all, sorry, somebody was calling me and I'm using my phone. Let me put do not disturb up on here because we can't be getting phone calls while we talking. Okay. Do not disturb, people. Do not disturb. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. So Wendy gets a sprinter for all the ladies. They get on the sprinter and Robin immediately starts hating, talking about the invitation was real fake and she just came so she could see what this was all about. And then Giselle says, well, I'm happy Robin came because yesterday she said she wasn't going to come. So I'm happy that she's here. Girl, don't nobody give a damn about Robin and her raggedy ass being there. She can get the hell up off, take her boots and scoot them right on up off this sprinter. That's how much we give a damn about her being here. Don't nobody care that Robin here. We really don't. Okay? So Robin, you and your patty ass, you can get the fuck on. Seriously. Okay? Because you ain't bringing nothing to this trip that anybody gives a damn about. Really. Okay? So moving on. The ladies arrive at Blue Mart Vineyard, which I actually will try this vineyard one day because they got food. Most of the time, vineyards don't really be having food. They'll have like the generic ass cheese and meat and cheese tray that you got to pay an arm and a leg for. And most of them promote you bringing your own food and stuff. I know because I love going to vineyards, but I haven't heard of this one before, so I'm gonna have to try to get on down there. Y'all know I'm a native of the DMV area, so all the places they go, I always try them out too. But that's a side note. Moving on, I digress. So it's really nice. And Ashley and Wendy get there first, and once they arrive, Wendy is being extra, talking about she ready. Oh no, I'm sorry. Once they arrive, all the ladies arrive shortly after them, and Mia is being extra, talking about she ready to get off this ashy bus. Mia, if you don't stomp your ashy heels off that bus, you it'll be amazing. Like, girl, you ashy all the way through and through. You need to get you some Jergens and put it all over and stop the madness. That's what you need to do. Because nobody asked you about no bus being ashy. You know what? This trip to Miami, it better be top tier. Because everybody better have the best of everything. Because you talk about everybody's events that you go to. But I ain't seen you do no event at all. So the first event that Mia does, I'm going to have my pen and pad scrutinizing everything because that's what you seem to do every time you go to somebody's event. You and your crater face need to sit the fuck down because I'm tired of you. I used to like you last season, but you be making it up, Mia, this entire season. And I don't like that. I don't like all the lies. I don't like all the BS and the foolishness. Is giving fake. It's fake. Okay? Get off the bus and shut the hell up and go on ahead and drink some damn wine. Child, she just doing entirely too much. But anyway, they get off the bus, and Candace is saying, this is really traumatic for her to be going to another vineyard because the last time she went to a vineyard, it gives her, flashbacks of what happened with her and Monique. Which, you know what, now that I think about it, it's really sad that Candace and Monique's relationship ended up the way that it did. Because this season, while I do still think that Candace is very childish sometimes in the way that she responds to things, I actually like Candace a little more. Candace is queen of the reads, and no matter how much somebody may dislike her, she gonna gather your ass in one sentence. And I love that about her. Absolutely. I love that she's actually wearing her natural hair out as well in these few episodes. I do love that. I love Candace's energy this season. And I love that she's not immediately falling for the foolishness where it comes to Chris. I'm glad that she's pointing out she's not playing along in their little games where it comes to her marriage, because at the end of the day, they are playing with her and she sees right through it. And I really wish that she should have used common sense where it came to Monique, because they are doing the same thing to her that they did to Monique. And with that being said, that was the breakdown of her and Monique's relationship. She chose the Green-Eyed Bandits over Monique, which was supposed to be her friend. And for you to do that, it's looking like you're in the twilight zone and you made a bad choice, okay, judging from how this goes on. Okay, so this episode ends with Ashley and all of them really trying to come after your husband. So yeah, it's really sad that their relationship ended the way that it did, because I think that they really could have been good friends if they didn't allow the other people in their drama to mess up their relationship. But moving on, their drama and agendas, if you will. So anyway, they all sit down and Giselle asks people about the memes about Ashley's divorce. Apparently, everybody is doing all these memes about Ashley and about Michael and how he's a creeper and all this, that, and the third. So of course, Giselle wants to bring it up because everybody was making fun of her and past the penis like we used to do. Okay, she's just mad because now she wants to make fun of Ashley because that's just what Giselle does. She points out all the negative that's going on in everybody else's life because now the scene is off of her. So she wants to highlight everybody else's shortcomings, which is very messed up. You didn't have to bring up those memes. Nobody else said anything about them. So why you got to bring it up? You don't have to bring up everything that's going on in the blogs. And you say that about people saying that about you. You don't have to bring up everything that's in the blogs, but it's okay for you to do it. Okay, moving on. So Ashley says she doesn't appreciate how people are making fun of the father of her kids, but she talked to Michael, and Michael actually talked to the kids the other day on the phone, but he walked away immediately after he finished talking to the kids. And she was like, he's acting very strange. No, he's not. He's acting like a separated man. That's what he's doing. You want to get a divorce. See, that's the thing. You playing divorce. Michael is planning the divorce. He's like, okay, you don't want to be married anymore. I'm about to live my life. I'm going to live my best life. And you go on about yours. I'm not going to play games with you. And it is what it is. Michael is a very grown man. And he's very calculated in his decision making. And he's not being out here being childish like Ashley is. And he's not wayward with his feelings. Men are very one-dimensional. If you say to a man, this is what I'm thinking, or here's what I want to do, that's what they're immediately going to execute. Men don't go off of these, one day I'm in love and one day I'm not. No, they're very one-dimensional. Okay, you want a divorce? Boom, I'm going to get into the mode of divorce. I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm going to bust it wide open. I'm going to do all these things that I want to do. And I'm not going to care about your feelings because you wanted to get a divorce. So it is what it is. Okay. And I think Ashley is upset. She's playing these little female games where, I'm just saying I want to get a divorce to see if he'll fight for me. No, ladies, let me tell you right here. Don't do that dumb shit. Don't try to get a reaction out of these men because you're going to look like Boo Boo the Fool when you don't get the reaction that you want. And it's not necessarily because they don't love you. It's because they're logical. Women do a whole bunch of illogical bullshit and think that men are supposed to just, follow along with it. No, say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't be out here playing games with nobody's emotions because I'm not a man, but I want somebody to tell me what they really feel. Tell me what's really going on because all these little games and stuff, I don't got time for that. Okay, and that's just that on that, but I digress. Moving on. So they're all sitting at the table and Mia asks, what is this burn session really all about? Okay. So Wendy says they each will get a notebook and whoever is in the hot seat, you write down what you have to say about them. You then tell them what you have to say. Then you take the paper and burn it. Okay. The goal is to take ownership of what you perceive from what the person has said. And Giselle in her confessional says she wants Wendy to be accountable for her actions because she hasn't been. Giselle, I know you fucking lying. Like, are you serious? You are not accountable for anything that you do. And really, you know what? While we talking about this, I want Giselle to get a real storyline because this is season 7. And all you've done is talk about other people's marriages. All you've done is attack somebody's husband and this, that, and the third. I'm going to need the spotlight to be on you. I really want it to be. And last season, the only reason why it was slightly on you is because Wendy wasn't going to sit there and take it with you and Robin trying to bring up these fake ass rumors about Eddie sleeping with some woman at his law firm, which was very silly. Because if that was the case, there would be so much evidence out here. It's not even funny. Like, girl, Giselle, get a new storyline because that's really getting whack and tired, okay? Just as tired as your neck because it's falling asleep. The wrinkles are falling down and making a frown on your neck, okay? Wrinkled neck, get it together. Nobody got time for you and your foolishness at all, okay? Is that my girl Linda Gamble? Yes, it is. Linda Gamble says Giselle needs to get her life together. Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching, Linda. Yeah, Giselle need to get it together because don't nobody got time for her and her foolishness. It's the same stuff every season and it's getting very boring. It's tired. Moving on. So Ashley, Candace, and Wendy basically, they go. Wendy says she'll go first to be in the hot seat, and she says if you feel like you have anything negative to say, I'll put a twist on it. If you have anything negative to say, something, just say something nice and speak positivity. Okay. So Ashley, Candace, and Wendy basically say the same thing. They say that, Wendy had a wall up that, eventually once they were able to penetrate that wall, a relationship blossomed with Wendy and they're happy that that happened. Okay. So then they get to bitter Betty bitch ass Robin, and she says she has nothing nice to say because her and Wendy are oil and water, and she fine with that. Well, girl, take that oil and sprinkle it on some Alfredo and drink the water that Wendy is not drinking because you are so whack. You are so whack attack. I'm so sick of Robin. You mad for no reason. Like I ain't never seen nobody get so swolled up inside and for no reason. This is so trumped up and fake. It's ridiculous. But anyway, let's move on with the fable of the story. So they get to so Giselle is next and she goes and says ditto for what Wendy said. And I feel like you have dragged for what Mia said. And I feel like you've dragged me for a whole year and you tried to hug me at an event. And I think that is so fake. And I'm good at you. Okay, so I will say this, and it's gonna burn my soul to agree with Giselle. But I do agree, Wendy, I wouldn't have been hugging this broad at all. I wouldn't have even breathed her way. Like you wouldn't even know that I'm close to you because that's how much dust I would be paying you. There's no way I would be hugging her or rubbing elbows with her after what you did trying to make up this whole story about my husband. And then Giselle tries to play a game talking about, oh, I was just talking about, I didn't even believe it. Like, it's not even a credible blog. First of all, if it's not credible, why are you even saying anything? You bring it credibility when you're on the show bringing it up. So if you're bringing it up, you're bringing it up for a purpose. Don't try to play me. And that's the thing. Y'all want to talk about this girl having 4 degrees. She also has common sense, which a lot of people with 50, 11 degrees typically don't have. Okay? Wendy has common sense. She can see right through your BS. And that's that. So you just mad that your little trick didn't work. It didn't break down their relationship. And you look dumb. You end up looking like the villain in the end. But Giselle don't care. As long as she's seen, she don't care how she's being seen because she's trying to secure her place on this show by any means necessary. She's even rolled her own friend under the bus. I can't remember what it was. I think it was season 4 or maybe 5, where Robin was flipping houses and Giselle had told her business or said something, and Giselle had to apologize to her profusely. And she took Robin to dinner or whatever. I forgot what it was. It was something about Juan. But yeah, she's thrown her own friend under the bus. And they supposed to be the dynamic duo. She did it this season when she talked about Robin being the only name on their house. You know damn well that girl ain't tell nobody else that. So my thing to you guys, to these ladies on this show, you see that Giselle is willing to throw anybody under the bus. So why would you even tell her any of your business? Why? Unless you wanted to get out. Why? Why? Moving on. Tamika Baruco is laughing. Listen, y'all know I be saying anything. Linda Gamble says, is it true that Karen's stepping out on her husband, Ray? Child, let me say this, Linda. Is it true that we care? Like, I hate to say that, but if she is stepping out, I don't even care, honestly. Like, girl, Ray, I don't even want to think about her and Ray getting busy, and even less of me thinking about Mia and G on that beach in Miami. Like, if she out here getting her dropping down and getting her eagle on with somebody else, that's on her, and that's in their marriage, and it is what it is. clearly you'll never know because Karen ain't going. She know how to stay out of the mix with their BS because they've been trying to force Sharice on her for the longest time to try to get her off the show. And Karen sees right through the BS and not taking the bait. So if she is out here cheating, the world may never know, okay? Because they keep on trying to bring it up in tiny little bits and pieces with Ashley saying something, Candace bringing it up, whatever. And Karen pays them dust because she's like, I know what I got to do to stay on this show, and I'm going to ignore all you bitches. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't know, child. My guess is maybe. So Tamika Baruco says it's true. What's true, girl? What's the going on? What's the going on? What's true? You got to tell me what you're talking about because you know I be going so fast. But moving on, y'all. So Wendy responds and says, Robin says we're oil and water, so I own the role I played in making you feel like that. And Candace says Robin has been specific about how she feels with us, but she hasn't told Wendy exactly what it is. Oh, here we go. Tamika said, is it true? My bad. Is what true, Tamika, girl? Tell me what's going on. Oh, about Ray and Karen. Oh, I don't know, girl. Listen, I ain't seen nothing in the blogs yet, so we'll figure it out eventually. If it's happening, trust me, somebody gonna get a picture of her in the DMV some damn well, okay? Especially if she going out on dates like they say she is. So Candace says, you know, basically you need to tell Robin, you need to tell Wendy what it is that has you all in a pickle over here in your feelings. So Robin says, you know, to be specific, I don't like how you try to tell people that I tried to fight you because that's dangerous or whatever. And she said, you're painting me as a thug. And I had to, you know, like I had to be held back in that moment when we were at the dance studio. And Wendy says, you did need to be held back. So whatever, let's move on. So she said, you're projecting on yourself. And Robin calls Sharice, and Sharice is on the phone. And she says, did you have to lay even a finger on me while we were, me and Wendy were going back and forth? And Sharice says, no. First of all, Sharice, I don't know why y'all be lying like this. Because you know production going to throw y'all under the bus. Did you really think? Like Sharice even said, Robin, you need to calm down. Like she even said that to her. She was like, well, Wendy, what is going on? Like, why is she so riled up like this? Sharice even said that. Sharice stood, not only did she hold her back with a finger, she held it down with all her paws. She stood up. She had to get her whole body up out the chair. And she stood in front of her and she put her hands on the girl's shoulders to keep her from her linebacker shoulders to keep her from rushing Wendy. So you real mad over nothing. And Robin, it seems very fake that she's so mad. She knows that she got up and got in that girl's face because you got up and you was pointing and doing this. And let's not act like this is your first rodeo. Because I remember you going down to a certain kangaroo restaurant and getting in Ashley's face just like that. Okay? And acting like you was going to beat her up in the middle of her restaurant. And also, riddle me this, Batman, the time with the umbrella. Yeah, with Monique. When Monique put the umbrella up to block you and you all in her face doing just like this. Because you were telling her all the things you going to do to her with the umbrella. So, girl, stop acting like you ain't a basement bully. Stop it. Just stop. Because we done seen you in action. So I don't know why you trying to get on here and act like you so innocent. You wouldn't bust a grape. That's for damn sure. That's for daggone sure. But you want to keep on acting like you so gangster. And what you quiet as is kept. Wendy don't get up because she has much more to lose. But if you did get in that girl's face and it's on camera that you put your hands on her first, please believe she gonna give you a Nigerian rumble for your money, okay? Don't play with her. Don't play with her. Don't let the not drinking no water and the hair loss fool you, okay? Because I think Wendy will give you a rumble in the tundra. Moving on. So Sharice, after she finished lying, Giselle starts laughing all loud, talking about the lies. See, you lying. And she just told us that she didn't put her hands on her. Then Robin yells, you know, you are just a horrible person. And then Wendy says, well, you know what? Moving on, Robin. Why are you even yelling? And then Robin says, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. This is her doing this pointing all the damn time. Robin, girl, get out. Just get out. Like, you don't even have nothing else to say after this. That's why she left the table, because she probably had to go laugh in the van because she thought she did such a stellar Oscar driven performance that she had to leave out while she thought she was successful. That was trash. You know good and daggone well you got up and was being extra, and you was being petty by not inviting that girl's kids. You know you got a whole setup for Wendy. And you know that Wendy was going to feel some type of way because y'all were friends before y'all started filming. I remember when y'all took the boys y'all probably took them to the same damn park that you had the family fun day at. Remember that season where they took the boys to the park to play together? Yeah. So Robin, you play too much. You really do. So then Robin decides to stomp, like a brat on out the place with her thick ass feet and go in the van talking about, oh, those women in there are just some phony. This is some phony BS. And she gonna put her Uggs on and wait to leave. Girl, bye. If you was a real boss, you would have called an Uber and told it to take you home. But guess you're not. Moving on. Karen says Robin getting up messes up what Wendy is trying to do here. And all the screaming basically came from Giselle and Robin's side of the table, and she's trying to figure out why. And Wendy said, we need a therapist. That's just all it is. And then Giselle in her confessional says, well, out of all your degrees, you don't have a degree in therapy. So I'm pretty sure that you're not going to be able to help the situation. Giselle, you and your flat eyelashes need to shut up. Go sit in the van with Robin, because both of y'all busted biscuits need to just knock it off. I'm sick of both of y'all. Both of y'all are totally annoying and getting on my nerves. I cannot. But anyway, Robin says, no, I'm sorry. Moving on. So they decide to dead the situation because obviously they're not going to get anywhere. So then Ashley starts talking because they can see that they're not going to get anywhere with the whole situation with Robin, because obviously Robin has left and she's not there to defend herself for anything that they're saying. So Ashley says, let me hurry up and get my little piece of drama in. Is that Ann in the building? And you know the one, what's up, Ann? She says, they just called me to go into the doctor's. I will catch it on replay. Oh, well, I hope everything's okay, Ann, but definitely catch the replay and let me know how you doing. DM me later so I know that you're okay. Linda Gamble says they returned to the crime scene where Candace and Monique had their fight. Right. I wonder if that was the same. You know what? I don't think that's the same vineyard, but yeah, wine is wine, and they didn't have the best of times in there. Okay. So Ashley turns to Candace with her bullshit, okay? I guess she's like, it's time and scene, okay? So she says she wants to address a situation at the spring party where Chris was being flirty with her, with one of her friends as he was ordering a drink. And Candace says, what is the purpose of this? And I'm so glad that Juan Dixon is not here. I'm so glad that Candace said that. I want Candace, every time they bring this up, this is exactly what I want her to do. I want her, every time they bring it up, to be like, oh, okay, so next. That's exactly what I want her to say. And I want to see what they say after she says that. And just like Ashley tried to say, well, I mean, if you don't care, then, you know, that's on you. Want to live in denial. Oh, no, sweetie, let me let you know something. I am not in denial. I think that's you. But this conversation is over. We're not going to talk about my husband anymore because everything that you say is a lie. So unless you have a photo or you have some evidence of sorts, don't say anything else to me about my husband. Anything. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slap the shit out of you. I'm just letting you know. I'm opening you up to the slapperization that's going to happen if you keep talking about my husband, because keep my husband's name out your mouth. That's what you're going to do, because I'm not going to talk about your raggedy, creepy ass husband. Oh, I'm sorry. He's not going to be your husband anymore. You're now going to be divorced. But what you won't do is get me down there in divorce town, because my husband doesn't do anything. So I don't want to hear any of the stuff that you guys have to say. All right, now go on now. You hear? That's what I would be saying to them. Because we're not going to keep on perpetuating this BS this entire season. Because that's exactly what this is. A load of BS. Okay? So Candace says, What is the purpose of this? You have seen me, you've come to my house, you could have called me, texted me, whatever. And there's been so many opportunities for you to give me this information besides telling me in the group. And mind you, Candace has told Ashley things in a private situation. She's never given out her business in public or whatever. And Ashley says, well, I just figured I was going to see you here. No, you just figured you wanted to get on camera and have some camera time and do some BS. You over there with the green-eyed bandits. It must be a light-skinned brigade on this show where they all over here, piling together and whatnot. All the light-skinned people but Karen is with the BS. I don't understand. It's very tired. So Candace says, well, it's documented that Ashley says, well, I knew I was going to be seeing you. You've called Michael a creep every which way. So, and I'm like, okay, so are you on Get Back? Like, you was just over here kikiing with this girl, eating her food and drinking her wine and got your feet up on her damn couch. What are you talking about? Why you ain't say it then? It's giving very fake and phony. So then Candace says, well, it's actually very documented and true that your husband is a creep. And I've told you things privately when it comes to your husband. Again, now I haven't been out here trying to air you out. And she said, first of all, none of y'all have anything going on in your lives. So that's why you want to try to bring drama to my door. And this is the third time somebody has come to me to tell me some BS about my husband. I see the patterns. I see what you're doing, and it's not working. And Ashley says, don't you think Chris's behavior is different and that you should pay attention? Because, Mia also said that Chris was staring at her the whole time at her party. Mind you, how you know that, Ashley? How you know that? Because Mia was on camera telling Robin that Chris was staring at her the whole time. So y'all got some little chat telling each other's business behind everybody's backs? So Mia, how did Ashley find out? Y'all are sneaky. Y'all very sneaky. I don't like that. And Make It Up Mia is lying. Mia was just on the camera talking about he was looking at her, and the daggone production showed that was a lie. He wasn't even looking at her in the corner of his eye. I'm just so tired of them. So tired of them. Okay. Linda Gamble says, oh, wait, we got to go back. Tamika says, let them know, Candace. Yeah, she need to let them know. Linda Gamble says, Candace, let them have it this season. I hope she does, because first of all, it's very annoying what they're trying to do. Ebony M says, hey, Ebony M, what's going on? You're spot on. When Candace had a picture of Michael Darby talking to a woman at a bar, Candace sat Ashley down in a compassionate way to tell her, not in an embarrassing way. Right. That's what I'm saying. Ashley wants to be seen. That's exactly what she wants to do. Thank you so much for commenting, Ebony. Yeah, Candace was trying to be very discreet, but she's learning. What I'm loving about this season is that Candace is noticing how none of these broads are her friend. None of them, except Wendy and Karen, because Karen hasn't been perpetuating any of these rumors where it comes to Chris, and she hasn't been sitting down talking trash about her behind her back with these broads. She's avoided all of the foolishness to the highest degree. And that's how Karen always has been. She hasn't been straddling the fence with her either. So I hope this is the season that Candace decides to grow up and see the forest for the trees. But anyway, Ashley says that, maybe Candace needs to look at Chris's behavior differently, especially since he was staring at me at the party. And then Ashley said the pendulum always swings the other way. It doesn't feel good, huh? I'm like, girl, what James Bond movie you think you in? You revealing something. Girl, get out of here. Get out of here, because don't nobody got time for that. So then Candace says, you come from a place of vindictiveness, nastiness, and evilness. You lying ass vindictive bitch, okay? And Ashley says, well, if you want to turn a blind eye, that's you. Bitch, ain't nobody turning no blind eye. If that's the case, you the blindest bitch in this room. You blind as a bat. And you need to wear the patches on your eyes. You so blind. Because ain't no way that you can tell somebody that they turning a blind eye to something that people are doing with all the stuff that Michael Darby has done, you have lost your mind. And there's been photos of him. So I know you fucking lying right now. I know you fucking lying. All right, girl, don't try it. So Candace says, well, you would know about turning a blind eye. And I about fell on the floor when Candace said that. I said, y'all gonna stop trying this girl. You gonna stop trying her because she always gonna have a comeback for that ass. It's gonna be the comeback to the get back, okay? So Ashley says, well, I address my husband accordingly. And I've also heard Chris has been in some other DMs that are not as innocuous and innocent as mine. Where the DMs at? That's what I want to know. Where they at though? Or where they at though? Or where they at though? Or where they at? Let me see them. Let me see them. Then you want to say innocuous. You trying to use big words today. Let me tell y'all what innocuous means. It means not harmful or offensive. Okay. But you tried to say that the DM that he sent you was actually harmful and offensive because you thought that he was trying to get at your friend on Instagram when all he was really trying to do was invite you guys down to the restaurant that he manages so that he can get more bodies into the place. And you took it as him trying to flirt with somebody. He didn't say, hey, your friend in there is real cute. You should bring her on down to the restaurant. He didn't say that. He said, hey, y'all should come on down to the W or wherever the heck he work at. It's giving the land of bullshit on this show. It really is. Like the acting is so bad. Like I'm just like, reality TV for me is becoming so unreal because I can't in my wildest thoughts think that women would really act like this. I can't. It's like y'all are just making up shit, whatever sound good, and going with it. And thinking that we're entertained by it. You're just pissing everybody off. That's exactly what you're doing. Giselle, stop the lies. Robin, stop trying to do whatever you can to get Sharice boring ass back on this show. And Candace, open your eyes to the people and their BS and don't fall into the bullshit. Constantly let them have it and tell them, yeah, leave my husband alone because he ain't gonna be your storyline this season, sis. Try again. That's exactly what I would do. And Wendy last season, that's what I would have done. I would have been like, oh, so you guys want Eddie to be your storyline this season. Okay, no, not. And that would have been it. I wouldn't have been crying and all upset because you trying to be friends with the ladies. It don't matter if you friends with them girls or not. It's the viewers. Attract the viewers. Do what it takes to keep the viewers watching you. And if that's the case, Bravo will always keep you on the show. If any of these people that are casted on these shows, once they realize that, then they will stop worrying about Giselle, Big Sister Almighty, which is what she tries to be. Girl, let me tell you something. Maybe when you was in college and in high school, that shit, flew where people wanted to be your friend. But I wouldn't have never been at no school with you because I wouldn't have been trying to be your friend or been pressed to hang out with you. Who does that? And in Black schools, do we really have somebody that's like popular and we want to be around them? No, we mind our business. So she must have been at some school that was full of a bunch of type others and they were so intrigued with her. Because if she went to a Black school, which I think she went to Hampton, which is an HBCU, wasn't nobody trailing behind you like that if they had some sense. People make their own road in college and follow it. Giselle down some yellow brick road that she think everybody gonna find the wizard, which is her at the end. And that ain't the case. That ain't the case. Okay. So Giselle, knock it off. Don't nobody care. Moving on. Ebony M says, remember the season when Karen lost both of her parents and Ashley dogged Karen over Ray's tax bill, just bothering that lady. Yeah, like all of them, they don't have nothing to go on off of. So they always trying to bother somebody or just be in somebody else's business instead of talking about their own shit. Like it's just giving team too much. Ebony M says, Big Sister Almighty. Girl, yes, Big Sister Almighty. Okay, laughing my ass off. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's exactly who Giselle thinks she is. I'm telling y'all. Linda Gamble says, laughing my ass off. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to get on up out of here. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that watched this show too. I didn't mean for it to go this long, y'all, but they really irritated me this episode. But also make sure you hit that notification bell so you can know when I'm coming back on to run my mouth with you some more. And I will see you in the next video. Y'all, I may come back on to do Married to Medicine. I'm gonna watch the review that Heavenly did with Carlos King first, so I can make sure I input the important parts into this video that I'm going to do for Married to Medicine. So y'all stay tuned for that. And I am going to leave you with this promo and get on out of here. Peace out, y'all.
Y'all ever want to just say it with your chest without saying it with your words? Well, here's your chance to do it. Click the link below or visit www.shayrenee.net and pick the design that fits what you have to say today.